What's up, everybody? Richard back today with another episode of the Warped Report. And today we got some news involving 𝗧𝗛𝗪 dying. You've probably seen circulating out there. We got some Kourtney Kardashian news. I'm sure you've seen that out there. We're going to talk about that a little bit. We got to dive into that. It's a very important topic, okay? We got Bring Me the Horizon and some Whitechapel news. So let's head on over first to 𝗧𝗛𝗪 dying land. Nick Hippa, the former guitar player, he has explained why he's quit the band. And so the TLDR of this really is that it sounds like Nick had a different, I guess, sort of expectation for the band himself personally versus what was happening with the band at the time that, he was leaving. And since then, he cites things such as, right here he says, "At this point, though, it has been well over a year since I have distanced myself from them on a personal and professional level. In that time, they have only given fans merchandising posts and show announcements. This sort of activity highlights and reinforces our differences." So, when I see stuff like that, though, I get that they're in a unique circumstance. Let's, the elephant in the room, right? But a lot of bands' social media accounts are pretty much just walking, billboards. They're not really anything more than just like, buy this shirt, come to this show. There's really not a whole lot more than that. I guess you could argue that maybe some of them should be. But I also think that maybe, you could do that on your own personal accounts, and do things for whether it's, battered women's shelters or whatever, stuff like that. You could do it with personal accounts and, work in cahoots together with your own personal accounts, because it probably stretches a wider net than just the band account. So I'm very curious about that, but he also mentions on a personal level as well. So sometimes I know that people like to say, personal and professional, hey, listen, man, I don't got anything against you. It's just all professional, it's all business. Well, sometimes those things kind of cross over, so we don't know what happened here at the end. But obviously, he mentions on a personal level, so I don't know what that means. I really don't know. There is another section down here where he says, "There's a tremendous good that can be accomplished through singular focus on the power of music. However, to my memory and recent experience, it comes at the cost of tolerating behavior which at times mistreats, disrespects, and hurts other people. I do not have it in me to walk that road again." So I don't know what he's referring to, obviously. Maybe it was something that happened out on the road, or, fans treating fans a certain way, or, promoters or whatever. But I don't know. I guess, I understand where Nick's coming from. If he has a different kind of way that he wants to pursue the band, both on just in a natural way, and also combined with, the situation involving the band. But at the same time, it's like, man, come on, just put it out there. At this point, it's like, you're kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I don't know. Maybe, he's, some legal pushback or something. But at the same time, man, this is very kind of vague, and it's almost, I don't know. It's very interesting the way this is worded. So, he does say to go on, they're going to, he hopes everything fares well for them. They're going to continue to go on and do successful things. But I don't know. I think the other thing, too, is that we knew about this a long time ago. And, they waited a long time to bring it up. I don't know. This is a very odd situation. Something to keep an eye on, as time moves forward. I did see that Josh Gilbert, I believe it was, I know he's the bass player and also the clean singer for the band. I know that he made a post. I didn't really say too much either, just kind of being like, yeah, I hope to reconnect with Nick one day, yada, yada, yada. But I don't know. This is a weird situation for what is, a weird situation in and of itself with the band. So I don't know. But hey, it is what it is. We're actually going to move on to another 𝗧𝗛𝗪 dying story, though. This one involving a tour announcement. So, this was announced on their Instagram. I know that Nick was probably upset about that. Kidding. Listen, I know that was probably a low blow. Okay, but anyway, as they lay dying, they announced the 2 Decades of Destruction tour with a mirror and dying fetus and Fit for a King on select dates. We got some comments here that we can read. This is from Tim, the vocalist. He says, "I'm incredibly grateful to have a chance to go back out on tour and for the tremendous support we've had on the Shaped by Fire touring cycle so far. When I started As I Lay Dying, I never imagined we'd have a chance to travel the world as we have, and now we'll be going back to places that feel like a second home at times. The band has been such an important part of my life personally, so it was very meaningful to see our music connect with so many people as well." So, I mean, listen, there's a lot of lines here that are, cliche, nothing crazy. I mean, it's just like, we love our fans, nothing. I mean, 2 decades, though, I mean, that's cool. I mean, technically not really 2 decades. Let's be honest. But, it's cool. I like to see a mirror. I love seeing a mirror out there. They toured with them here in the States as well. Dying Fetus, that's an interesting choice. And then Fit for a King, that's cool as well. So, yeah, I mean, that'll be a cool tour. I mean, I would love to see that in person here in the States. I would definitely go to that. But it is overseas, so not going to happen. Next up, Internet reacts to Kourtney Kardashian wearing a Cannibal Corpse long sleeve with Travis Barker. And if you guys haven't seen it yet, here's a little photo of it. Got Travis Barker here, and he's with Kourtney Kardashian wearing a old school Cannibal Corpse t-shirt. And we got some comments from here from Finn McKenty, which Kourtney Kardashian is in an old school Cannibal Corpse long sleeve. Prepare for the butthurt level 9,000. Yeah, exactly. Some of these other replies on here don't really reference any of those. It's kind of just like, yeah, she's doing what she wants. It's like, but there was definitely, I did see some negative comments about this, and I think even the original vocalist of Cannibal Corpse actually came out and said something as well about her being a poser. I'm like, dude, what are you, like a 90-year-old person? Poser? That's what you're going to respond with? I think it's just absolutely ridiculous to say anything like that. Like, dude, that woman is more popular than your band times 50. I mean, like, so if she's wearing the shirt, and I mean, like, that, to me, I know this particular vocalist I'm talking about isn't in the band anymore, but still, like, this is promotion unlike any other. Like, can you imagine, like, if let's use a band from the out of line sphere over here, 1056. If Kourtney Kardashian's walking around in a 1056 shirt, do you think Aaron Matz, the vocalist of the band, is gonna get on Twitter and be like, "What are you doing wearing my band's shirt?" It's like, no, like, that's crazy to me. But, metal people will be metal people at the end of the day, you know what I mean? I mean, sometimes they're just a little bit unhinged. I'm being honest. I mean, like, that, there's no other reason why you would act that way. I mean, like, to me, it's ridiculous. As somebody who was in a band, and I can appreciate that. I mean, hey, Kourtney, listen, if you want to wear one of my band's shirts, the band's not a thing anymore, but if you want to, go for it. It is, but listen, I'm glad that I think it's cool when people do this. I mean, the thing is, right, is that you don't need to know the entire band's history to wear a goddamn shirt. It's just true. So I don't know, a little bit of a tirade there, but it's just truly something that I see all the time. That's just like, what the heck are you people thinking? Next up, Bring Me the Horizon to release a new single this month. We got some, we'll read a little bit here. Bring Me the Horizon will resurface later this month, not only with a tour in the UK, but to share some new music as well. Specifically, BMTH are expected to release a new single titled Die For You on Thursday, September 16th. In addition to pre-saving the song via Spotify, fans can also listen to a brief tease here. So, I'm pumped. A new Bring Me the Horizon is always going to be something that I'm going to be interested in. I have no idea what direction we're going in because, their last EP, 9 tracks, Post-Apocalypse. I can't remember the exact name of the record, but 9 tracks, and it was very varied, but mostly are on the heavier end. So I'm hoping we get more of that, but I don't know. We got a bat here. We got kind of, the yin and the yang, and we got a moon here. So I don't know what to make of any of that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Whitechapel has officially named Alex Rudinger, I think it's Rudinger, as their new drummer, which, I mean, okay, he's been in the band pretty much the last 4 years, filling in for them on live shows and whatnot. But, he did track the drums for them on their upcoming album, Kin. So that is something that's really cool, and that's like the first album that he's probably been a part of. It sounds like I'm not really sure. There's a quote here that says, "Over the past few years, our good friend Alex Rudinger has been filling in the drumming spot for live shows, and we figured what better time to welcome him as an official member after his stellar performance on our new record, Kin." So it sounds like this is the first record he's been a part of, and this actually comes off of Whitechapel's lead single of the record, "Lost Boy." And I guess to kind of give that a quick review, very chaotic song, a very Tool-like bridge. I thought it was okay. I mean, I've definitely heard better Whitechapel songs, but I think it was an interesting progression from the Valley for sure. So there you guys have it, though. I mean, listen, we covered some stuff here today. We went on a little bit of rants as well, involving As I Lay Dying, Kourtney Kardashian. So what do you guys think of this stuff going on with As I Lay Dying, with Nick Hippa and the band, separating? Are you going to go to one of the dates over in Europe for this tour? What do you think about Kourtney Kardashian wearing this shirt? I mean, we can all agree. It's like, who cares? I mean, like, really, who cares? And Bring Me the Horizon. What direction do you think they're going to go in Whitechapel? Are you looking forward to the new album? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this episode of The Warped Report, and I'll see you next week. Peace.